In this video, we're going to compare two fractions to find out which is larger or bigger. So if I give you this example, a half or 1/4. Now we can see this fraction is larger or bigger than this fraction. So 1/2 is bigger than 1/4. We can see that from the diagram, but I want to show you how to do it with numbers if the fractions are a bit trickier. So first thing I do, I take the denominator from this fraction and take it up here. So I'll end up with 1 times 4. So what I've done is I've taken this 4 up and it's gone up there. Then I'm going to take this 2 up here. So this 2 goes up here and it becomes 2 times 1. And remember, it's a times or a multiply. Now what I'm going to do is concentrate on this top part. So it's going to be 1 times 4. And 1 times 4 is 4. So I'm going to put that there so it's clearly visible. I'm going to do the same thing here with this top part. 2 times 1 is 2. Now I simply ask myself, which number is bigger, the 4 or the 2? And I can see 4 is bigger than 2. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to write this fraction here. I'm going to write the original fraction here. I can say a half is larger than 1/4, or a half is bigger than 1/4. Now there's three symbols: greater than, less than, or equal to, that I want you to concentrate on. Because half is bigger than a quarter, my crocodile, if you have a look, the crocodile's facing that way, those are the teeth. Because the crocodile's hungry and it eats the bigger number. So a half is bigger than a quarter. So let me write that again. A half is bigger than or greater than 1/4. So this fraction, a half, is bigger than 1/4. Okay, let me do another question. 4/5 or 3/4. Now this is a bit tricky, but I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to take this bottom number or the denominator and take it up here and multiply the 4 by the 4. I'm going to do the same thing with this 5. I'm going to take this 5 up and multiply it by the 3. I'm going to concentrate on this top part. 4 times 4 is 16. And 5 times 3 is 15. So I can see 16 is bigger than 15. So I can see 4/5 is bigger than 3/4. 4/5 is bigger than 3/4. So let me write that there. 4/5 is bigger than 3/4. Now let me write it with a crocodile sign or an inequality sign. 4/5 is bigger than 3/4. So I can circle the largest fraction. So I have now 3/7 and 5/16. I want to know which fraction is bigger. So step 1, I'm going to take the denominator here and take it up and multiply it by the 3 at the top there. I'm now going to take the 7 up here and multiply it by the 5. So this bottom number goes up. So now I'm going to concentrate on this number here, 3 times 16. So let me write that there. 16 times 3. 3 times 6 is 18. I put the 8 down and I carry the 1 over. 3 times 1 is 3. Plus the 1 I've carried over is 4. So the 4 goes in the next column. So 16 times 3 is 48. So what I'm going to do is put this 48 at the top here. Now I'm going to look at this here. 7 times 5. I know 7 times 5 is 35. Again, because I know my times tables, it makes it much easier. So I've got the number 48 there and 35 there. Let me write that there, 48 and 35. So I can see 48 is bigger than 35. 48 is larger than 35. So this number's bigger. So this fraction has to be bigger than this fraction. So I can say 3/7 is bigger than 5/16. So let me write the original fraction down here. So I can say 3/7 is bigger than 5/16, or 3/7 is bigger than or greater than 5/16. I can use this inequality sign. Now I want you to try these 6 questions. Compare the fractions and circle the one which is bigger or larger. So my first fraction is 2/3 and 4/5. I'm going to take the 5 up, so it becomes 2 times 5, and I'm going to take the 3 up, so it becomes 3 times 4. Now 2 times 5 is 10, I'm going to put that there, and 3 times 4 is 12, I'm going to put that there. I can see 12 is bigger than 10, so this fraction here, so 4/5 is bigger than 2/3, or 4/5 is larger than 2/3. Now let me write it out again and use the inequality sign. So 4/5 is larger, so the crocodile is going to eat that, so the inequality is that way. So if I read it from this side, 2/3 is smaller than 4/5. If I read it from right to left, 4/5 is bigger than 2/3. My next question is 4/7 and 4/5. Again, I take this bottom number here, up here, and multiply them together. So 4 times 5. Then I take this number and take it up here, and I do 7 times 4. 4 times 5 is 20. I'm going to put that number there. 7 times 4 is 28. I'm going to put that number there. I can see 28 is bigger than 20. So this fraction here on this side is bigger than this fraction here. So I can say 4/5 is bigger than 4/7. So let me write the fraction here, 4/7 and 4/5. So this is larger than this. So the crocodile is going to eat that. So I'm going to read it from right to left. 4/5 is bigger than 4/7. 4/5 is larger than 4/7. Now if I read it the other way, from left to right, 4/7 is smaller than 4/5. Okay, my third fraction is 3/10 and 2/5. As before, this 5 comes up here and we multiply the two numbers. This 10 comes up here and we multiply the two numbers. 3 times 5 is 15. 10 times 2 is 20. I can see 20 is bigger than 15, so I'm going to write the original fraction here. 3/10 and 2/5. So 2/5 is bigger than 3/10. 2/5 is larger than 3/10. Now let me read it the other way. 3/10 is smaller than 2/5. My next question is 7/8 and 6/7. As before, this bottom number goes up and we multiply them together, and this 8 goes up and we multiply them together. 7 times 7, that's a square number, and that is 49. 8 times 6 is 48. So I can see 49 is bigger than 48, so let me write the original fraction here. 7/8 is bigger than 6/7. 7/8 is larger than 6/7. Now if I read it from right to left, 6/7 is smaller than 7/8. Now the next question is 4/8 and 3/6. Now I take this 6 up and multiply them. I take this 8 up here and multiply them too. 4 times 6 is 24. And 8 times 3 is 24. Now I notice that they're both the same, so these two fractions are equal or equivalent in value. So let me write that down, 4/8 and 3/6. So from these signs I need to put the equal sign. Now the last question is 11/11 and 12/12. I'm going to compare these two fractions, and if you notice straight away, 11/11, because the numerator and the denominator are the same, that's the same as 1, and 12/12 again is 1, so these two will be equal. But let's go through that. I'm going to take the 12 up and multiply it. I'm going to take the 11 up and multiply it. 11 times 12 is 132, and 11 times 12 is 132, so these two are both equal. So I can say 11/11 and 12/12 are equal in value. They're equivalent fractions, because this here is equal to 1 and this here is also equal to 1. And if you can spot these questions become much easier and quicker to do. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe and pass on the message.